speak about that goal.
Sunil Chettri!
One of India's greatest footballers, Sunil Chettri.
One of my economics teacher asked me, why do you keep wasting your time playing on the football pitch?
Why were you wasting your time in the economic class?
Whenever I play Pakistan, the moment the whistle blows, something happens.
Don't kick the Pakistanis, kick the ball.
And the message to kids now, sir.
Whatever the hell you become, you better be good at it. Because they suddenly sprung Sunil on me. Otherwise I would have come… You know, I have… two English clubs have given me their t-shirts with my name on it, I would have come with that.
They would love to know the clubs, sir.
I got an Everton one and Arsenal one. Because we worked with Everton with their players for some time, so they made the Everton players made a t-shirt for me with my name and number 8 on it. I didn't like it, I want to go 2 numbers up, but
So how was the experience, sir, talking to the Everton players? Was it the first time you're meeting players?
no, we worked with the Indian hockey team and things like that before. But Everton invited us because their physio went through our programs and his life dramatically changed, and he said, our players have to go through this. You know, Tim Cahill and others were there at that time. So we worked with them for a few weeks and I think that year in the Premier League they finished number 7 or 6, I think.
That's great for
They did well.
And by the way, Tim Cahill, superstar, is here in India now, playing in the Indian Super League.
Really?
Yeah, he just signed for Jamshedpur FC.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know… I thought he was playing in China.
He was. This year already signed for Jamshedpur FC.
Oh.
And we'll see him in ISL. I think a lot of you guys do not understand how important words are for a football player. You know, I think I've watched what, 35 videos of yours in the last 2 days. And I have an honest confession. It's one thing to watch a Messi or Ronaldo video where you can watch the video and keep doing your stuff because you're doing your own stuff and you're still watching it. But your video, everything has to shut. And I'll tell you why, sir, from my experience. Because you don't want to miss out, number 1, and number 2, you will not get it. Tell me, please. Although so many things that you say is so simple, which we ignore nowadays, it has to be shut everything and then you go to watch it. So, thank you so much.
I can also kick a ball. But I'm sure we'll knock out something here.
So the question that I want to ask, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree, that when you're fighting every day to win stuff or to be a better version of yourself or to compete, how do you keep yourself calm?
See, this is the whole thing. We think it's been taught in the world that if you want to be successful, you got to do this. Not necessary. Because in anything it is true, in every aspect of life it's true, but let's talk football. Even in football, well, there are some players who play very aggressively. They are not necessarily the greatest players. Essentially, you don't have to fight with anybody, you just have to kick the ball in the goal. Well, I'm not trying to make it simplistic. Of course, there are other people playing, but we are supposed to play with them. We are supposed to outplay them, not fight them. Fight them means we have to go against them. To play means to miss them.
Makes sense, yeah.
Essentially, you have to miss those guys and get to the goal, not fight with them. If you have the intent of fighting with them, obviously, you will go head on. I must tell you this. This was probably early 2000, maybe 2003 or 4. We had worked with the previous earlier team when Pargat Singh was heading the hockey team. But later on, all of them had retired and Dilip Turkey was heading the team. He's from your region, right? So, I was just passing through Chennai airport and this secretary of the Indian Hockey Federation came up to me and said, Sadhguru, our boys, they're all going to Champions Trophy to Germany. This is the first time they're even going out of the country, many of them. Please come and say something. So I walked down and they had some kind of a psychologist who was trying to pep them up. He was telling them, "Aapka maa baap ka इज्जत है इसमें, देश का इज्जत है." 1 billion people, 1 billion people are waiting for you to bring Champions Trophy, you cannot fail them. These are all 18, 19-year-old boys. They're like 1 billion people and maa baap ka इज्जत. Then I looked at this, these guys are just terrified. So when my turn came, I went up and asked, I said, you guys know, you guys like to play hockey? He said, yeah. I said, you know hockey or you just like… No, we know how to play. So I said, the moment you get on the airplane, forget goddamn India and your parents and everybody else nonsense. All you have to do is, you must have lust to put the ball in the goal. You don't even count, somebody else will count. Your business is to constantly see the ball is in the goal, in the opposite goal, of course. And no, but they have to beat Pakistan. I said, you don't have to beat Pakistan, you just have to hit the ball, huh? Why do you want to beat Pakistan with a hockey stick? You just have to hit the ball. But these kind of things have been built up that we are fighting somebody. You don't have to fight anybody. People are always thinking fighting spirit, killing instinct, all this not needed. If we train people from an early age that they have to be just smooth as silk, nobody should be even able to come near you. The greatest players were like that, they were just running away with the ball, all others running all over, not knowing where they're going. So, essentially you don't have to fight anybody, you just have to get the ball where you have to. For this you don't need fighting spirit, killer instinct, any of these things. All you need is work on the skill, work on the skill, work on the skill, which doesn't come because you wish. Skill won't come because you desire. Victory will not come because you desire. Every fool wants to win, but only those who have the competence will win in the end.
That really makes sense. In fact, India is playing Pakistan today, sir. And you won't believe, in the morning, our under-23 team has gone to SAF Cup. Rest all the other SAF nations, they are bringing their senior team. But all of us seniors are not playing in this tournament. Of course, I'm here. So I had to send a message. Before a game, I sent a message in the group. I did tell them, boys, no red cards. Do not get emotional. Don't think about it's a game against Pakistan.
Don't kick the Pakistanis, kick the ball.
But sir, why I message them is because whenever I play Pakistan, I did play Pakistan, it is very strange, sir. We are having lunch, everything is fine, bhaijan, aap kaise hain, and all the stuff. The moment the whistle blows, something happens, and I want to be honest. Something happens, and you think the game is more than the game. I think it's because it's ingrained in our brains.
No, it's 70 years of negative emotion.
And because I've experienced this, I send them a message. I know it's going to make no difference, because they will get it on the pitch and they will think the same thing that I was thinking. But still I told them no red cards and stuff like that. And
tell them just kick the ball.
Yeah, true.
Not the green players.
It actually really makes sense, sir, because whenever I am down in my sports, whenever I think I haven't played well, or I haven't scored goals, or I'm getting abused, or stuff like that, I go back to myself and think, why did I start playing football? It's because I enjoy it, and I love it. And suddenly when I do it, the whole thing goes numb and I play better. But then again I forget it. After like 6-7 months of good football, and again when I start playing bad because you play good and you
That's
play…
why I put up so many videos on the YouTube. Though I'm saying the same thing, it looks like I'm saying something new to you.
That's true, sir. No, I have watched a lot of videos of yours, and what I think, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree to it, it's so many simple things said in such a simple manner, but because we want to complicate our lives, suddenly we think, wow. Please tell me. Can you hear me, every one of you? So when I see your videos and I think, at that moment I think, wow, what a point. Then I go to my bed and I think, that is basic. Why didn't we think about this? You know what I mean? And the beauty of it is, you explain it in such a simple way. It's so easy to understand, and I just hope when you're fighting so much in our lives, you understand that and take it on board.
I don't know all these people, what they're fighting, maybe domestic stuff. See, even if, let us say, you're in a fighting sport, let's say you're in boxing, so all you have to do is stamp on his foot and he gets so angry, after that he's nothing. Once he gets angry, he's nothing. He can be knocked down in no time. Even if they're much bigger than you, it doesn't matter, they're gone. So the moment they get emotional, the fundamental efficiency and competence of your body and your mind drops. In that state, how are you going to win? You're only going to dream of winning. You're not going to win any game, you're just going to dream about it. So, when there is substantial medical evidence today to show that only when you're in a pleasant state of experience, your body and your mind functions at its best. It doesn't matter what is the nature of sport or academics or music or whatever we are doing. What is the nature of activity, it doesn't matter. Whatever is the nature of activity, essentially success in the physical world is just how well you harness your body and your mind. That's all it is. And these two things you can do best only when you're in a pleasant state of experience. You must… we would like to see you next time when I come and watch you in the game, I will definitely come. We want to see you running on the football field with a big smile on your face. And my favorite player is Ronaldo.
That's a good one, sir. That makes so much sense, sir. You said stepping on the foot and making the other guy crazy. Do you guys remember Zinedine Zidane?
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Sir, probably one of the best players in the world.
Yes, I know.
And you know what happened with Materazzi? And France didn't win that game. So that makes so much sense, sir, so much sense. Sir, but it's so difficult to keep your calm when somebody's elbowing your face and your eyes are about to pop out.
See, what counteraction you need to take, I won't suggest now. But if you need to take that action, also you must be in the best form of physical and mental state. So, well, people provoke you, people poke you in the ribs, they do all kinds of things, not just on the football field. All over Bangalore, they're doing it every day. Yes. At least there you have an umpire. If he pokes you very badly, there is a card. Here, nobody to give you a card. People are poking you all over the place. So, it is not in any one arena, it is there everywhere. In some places it may be physical, in some places it may be mental or emotional or whatever kind, but people are poking you in the ribs all the time, one way or the other. So, question is just this, are you competent to live in this world or not? Essentially it comes down to that, isn't it? Well, the football game as it was in 60s and 70s, people broke their thigh bones and hip bones, that's not there anymore. There are more red cards out there. Little bit of violence means he goes out. Any intentional violence, they're going out these days. But that was not the case. If you played a game with Uruguay or something, you come back with a broken hip or something like this. So, how do I do this? It's very simple. Say, suppose we give all of you let's say, soup making ingredients. If I give all of you the same soup making ingredients, do you believe that all of you will come up with the same kind of soup? Similarly, that's all that's happened with us. All of us are fundamentally same ingredients. See in how many ways we've become. So it's a soup making skill. The question… you're just a chemical soup. I'm saying this is a chemical soup because whatever is the human experience of peacefulness, of joyfulness, of blissfulness, of ecstasy, of agony, of misery, of stress, anxiety, whatever you name it, all human experience has a chemical basis to it. So this is a chemical soup. Question is only, are you a great soup or a lousy soup?
And to become a great soup, how much do you think meditation helps? So I'll tell you why I'm asking this, sir. So when I was going through this bad phase, and I'm 30 plus now, so you tend to overthink. So I went to this guy who told me that you go to meditate and it'll help you. And he gave me some ideas of how to meditate. So the way I meditate is in a no noisy room, alone, I speak to myself. And I've realized that it helps me. And I also realized that how much I never spoke to myself. I'm speaking to my team, I'm speaking to everyone.
But just now you were saying you were listening to my videos. What?
So that is binge watching, sir. That is now. I'm talking about 8 months back. And then I realized when I'm talking to myself, I realize how much I've ignored myself when it comes to talking. So could you please emphasize on how important it is to meditate and to actually talk to ourselves?
Talking to yourself, well, that happens in immense.